I was on Webstaurant last night and I was like looking at all the crazy ones. There's like 9-inch deep 9 pans. Like I don't even know how you would get your hand down in that thing. So I think 9-inch, or maybe it was 8. Maybe it was 8-inch. Maybe I think it was 8-inch because what their standard 6. So yeah, 8.
No way I could touch the bottom on that.
Not me. Hello and welcome back to Whip Cream Salmon, the podcast where we talk about all things food, friends, and fuckery. I am your host, Ronnie Sanchez, joined with me, as always, my lovely co-host, Brian Bastanza.
What's going on, y'all?
How we doing?
Happy Whip Cream Salmon record day.
Happy Whip Cream Salmon record day. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the Thursday records over the Tuesday. Sorry.
Oh. Just
because
I mean, you said closer to the weekend feels right for you.
Yeah.
Is that why?
I think so. And then also it just gives me a little bit more runway to talk about things that I've cooked, I think, since the weekend and throughout the, early weekdays. Sometimes you plan on cooking things over the weekend. You don't quite get around to it and it falls on like a Monday or Tuesday, so I don't know. Better vibes on Thursday than Tuesday.
Yeah.
Overall.
It's a great day. One of the better days of the week. Better than Sunday in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
I mean, Sunday you're
in
just like dreading Monday sometimes,
Yeah, the Sunday scaries.
Oof. Gives me the willies just thinking about it.
I know. Especially, and not so much anymore, but, back in the day when we were working really late nights and then after work, you'd go to the bar or whatever. And then by the time you get home, you get to sleep. It's like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, maybe later. And you sleep into like 2:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Especially in the winter months. It's like all of a sudden 3 o'clock rolls around and it's dark outside. I was awake for 30 minutes of daylight today. It's pretty rough.
Totally. Maybe you saw some in the morning though, while you were still up. That's a plus.
Yeah, when you're like, oh shit, I think it's time to go to sleep.
Yeah. I used to see more sunrises back then, I'll be honest.
Yeah. Well, actually,
you're seeing them now?
No. I see them now. Yeah.
Nice.
I kind of have been for a while now. So,
I mean, I'm a opt to get my rest kind of guy,
Yeah.
The last second that before I have to get out of bed, I will remain in bed. It's kind of my MO.
Are you a one alarm kind of guy, or what's your routine?
No,
you have every single alarm set on your phone?
Ooh, right now I have I believe a 6:25 is my initial, and then I 10 minutes snooze that till 6:55. That'll make my coworkers jealous for sure. I mean, they've already had to leave their house at 6:15 to get to the office at 7:30. Some of them, I roll out of bed 6:55, get a shower in, get coffee made in the office at 7:30.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah.
Yeah, my alarm goes off 50 minutes before I have to be at work. So
okay, yeah.
I give it a
you
quick
do one. You're single?
Yeah, well, I have one. I snooze, hit one snooze, and then I'm up into the shower, and then Rochelle makes me coffee every morning. It's pretty good. Really love that. And then and then I'm out the door. So
I've tried just get the extra sleep, right? Like just set your alarm till when you're actually supposed to get up. I find that I just wake up so much more peacefully if I get the snoozes in. I don't know if there's something wrong with me or just if I have to get up at that second, I feel like I'm so rushed a little bit.
Yeah. I don't know. a lot of times I'll wake up, I'll hit my snooze and then I'll wake up before my like snooze alarm actually goes off.
That's nice.
Yeah, but yeah, man, being rushed out the door in the morning is the worst.
Yeah. Nothing makes me happier. So like, this is my relationship with the snooze button is like, I get genuinely excited if I wake up at 5:30 on accident
Mm-hmm.
that I have an extra hour of sleep. That's like how I'm like, oh, so excited to see 5 on the clock. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's great.
Yep. What is not great is when you wake up at like 3 and then you're just like you're wide awake. It's like what the hell?
Yeah, you get sometimes I sneak out into the living room and play with the peace pipe a little bit. It knocks me right back out. Doesn't make me wake up in a good state, but it knocks me out at least. So that's good.
Yeah, I don't know. A few weeks ago, I was like every night I was waking up in the middle of the night at like 3:00, 3:15, and then just being wide awake, staring at the ceiling, and then I'd be up for like 2 or 3 hours in bed before I finally fell back asleep, and then your alarm goes off like an hour later. That's the absolute worst. Actually, that I had that happen. I told you the day that I took NyQuil all day by accident.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of those days. I was already tired. I was up all night. Pretty much, I slept like 3.5 hours maybe, and then I thought I was taking Dayquil. I was taking NyQuil all day, so that didn't help my situation.
Not great. Not a great situation.
Oh gosh. Anyway.
Well, let me catch everyone up on because I
Yeah.
kind of left this pod off in a very somber state. And I'm happy to report that we are in a much better state right now. Yeah, I kind of left the pod as like the pup Emma was really like not doing well, and I didn't think she was going to make it to the end of the week. That was last Tuesday. This is the following Thursday. By the end of the weekend and the antibiotics and making her chicken and rice and chicken stock and good food, and she's kind of bounced back better than ever. I'm shocked in a lot of ways, and I was just saying that I was pretty resistant to hope. Like I was just like when people around me, Sam in particular, it was like it just like genuinely like hopeful. I wasn't. I just like didn't want to hear it that much. I was just like I'm trying to process this. I don't know that I can deal with the roller coaster, and maybe that's like the way that it worked out. It turns out to be like I could have been and should have been maybe more hopeful, but I was just genuinely like, man, it felt like this was the end, and yeah, we bounced back, and I'm in some ways like very confused. I'm like like what I just went through, and like it made me kind of made me really sad at times. I mean, I didn't super express it on the pod, but like I was like very beat up, like crying a lot of tears, and super stoked to see her bounce back, obviously, but also like left in the state of exhaustion in some ways, maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I got to see Emmy before the start of the pod here, so
yeah,
she was looking good. She's looking real good.
She's the ham that she always has been, which is great.
Yeah.
So yeah,
she is a ham.
Yeah, thanks for the WCS listeners who sent their love. We received said love and worked out. So thank you. Made my pup better.
Way to go, Emmy. Thank you all.
Yeah, she's a fighter.
Give a cheers to Emmy.
Yeah.
I've got it's a local. I think it's actually the oldest brewery in North Carolina. This is a Red Oak Amber Lager.
Oh, nice. That's the name of the brewery?
Yeah, you can actually you can see it off the freeway when you're driving
Red Oak
to my house or back. Yeah.
Cool. I'm drinking an Allagash. Is that how you say it? Allagash? Ski House Winter White Ale. 7.5 on this bad boy. Ooh,
Sheesh.
turn up. Didn't know that.
Sheesh.
I like a white ale. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, very nice. Nice.
So, cheers, Emmy.
Cheers, Sammy.
Glad you're feeling better.
Yeah.
Brian was just telling me about a little Mexico trip that he's got coming up.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. We haven't booked anything yet, but me and my buddy Tom have decided at the end of October into November, we'll be cruising down to Mexico. We're thinking we may choose one or the other, but best case scenario, we're going to do both, and we're going to do Mexico City and Oaxaca. Maybe a 10-day trip. Maybe we can extend it a little bit, maybe not. Who knows? We'll see once we kind of get into the planning of it. But yeah, I've been wrapped up in watching Mexico City travel videos, Oaxaca travel videos, seeing some like crazy food stuff, street food stuff that's going on down there. And yeah, I just got really excited to be down there. We're going to be down there for Dia de los Muertes, Day of the Dead. Like that'll be pretty fun, I think, in both cities. I think a lot of people go down to Mexico and they want to be on the beach, and I can respect that fully. I think for like a boys trip with me and Tom, like going into the city and eating food is going to be right up our alley. I don't, hopefully we get to do some like Mexican temple stuff. But really the focus is, finding cheap housing and cruising around the streets. And that's, I think,
food.
Yeah. Food. And, yeah, it's super cool.
Now, you just started planning this. Is there any aside from food, like anything specific that you're like, oh, that's top of the list, I got to do that?
I don't know that I've really gotten there yet. There's some things that have crossed my mind. I'm like, oh, that would be really cool to be able to do that if we're down there for this. I mean, if we can catch like a sporting event, I think that would be up both of our alleys. Whether that's if we could watch a soccer game, I think that would be fucking sick. I don't know what their schedule is at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I also, or if we could go see like a Mexican baseball game, that would be super up both of our alleys as well. So I don't know what that schedule is like either, but it might be winter. I think it is. I don't think it's through the summer like we do here. I think like players go down to Central America and Latin America, and that they like play winter ball down there. So I'm thinking that maybe we can get tickets to something down there, which would be really cool.
Yeah.
That's kind of outside the food stuff. We've briefly mentioned like, oh, they do have some Michelin spots down there. I don't know that will really be in the budget. We were able to make that into the budget for Thailand because it was so much cheaper. I mean, Mexico will be relatively cheap to be and eat food at and stay and all that, but like we're not getting a $200 Michelin meal.
Yeah.
I don't think in Mexico City. I could be wrong, but I just, that would be surprising to me.
Yeah. You mentioned baseball, and I talked about, planning a Japan trip this year. And I saw some clips from like the Japanese baseball league, and I was like, this looks like so much fun. And it's so much more, seems to be at least so much more like fan interaction in like the Japanese baseball league.
Totally.
But I think, I was planning like November sometime for our trip, and I think the season ends October, like same as ours. So I don't know if it'll be be able to do it, but we'll just have to make a second trip to Japan, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Go back another time. Yeah. No, it did look really cool that, like they have like, here you get the hot dog guy like walking up and down the stands for hot dogs. But at the Japanese baseball games, they have all these girls that walk around, and they essentially have like a keg on their, like a pony keg on their back. And they've got like the tap, and they fill up your beers and stuff.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, it looks super fun.
That's super cool. And yeah, they do a lot more with like they like sing songs, and like the crowd is like very much like involved, very similar to like a soccer match. that I've been to, that like you have like chants and songs that are going on during the game, and it's not just like quiet waiting for action to happen. It's kind of like action the entire time. It's also like a slightly different baseball game where I think Major League Baseball is like can like be surrounded in like the home run, and that can be and there could, and the side effect from that is like there can be like a lot of strikeouts and stuff, so it can be slower, and to someone who's not super into it, it can be like a very slow game. I think that the Japanese product is like very much more like ball and play action, a lot of like singles and doubles and hits like that. It's like less of a power game, but like with that you get like just more action and more plays, more like, you know, infield defense, and that stuff's really cool. And yeah, and they're elite. Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's really cool. And then also just like, I mean, when we were in Thailand, we got to go to the Muay Thai fight. So like, it's just like a cultural experience to be able to go to a sporting event in another country. It's just definitely something that I want to prioritize more in my travels. But
yeah,
maybe I'll see a sumo match or something in Japan. That'd be pretty cool too.
is sumo Japanese? Sumo's Japanese? Yeah, that's cool. Is that? I mean, it must be all. Is it all the time or?
I have no idea.
So cool.
I'm not. I don't really follow the sumo. The sumo.
You have to go.
I don't even know what you call it. League.
So have you like fully planned that? Are you like you're in the process of like booking flights and that? I mean, that's
not quite there. I mean, I've definitely been looking at flights a lot. Yeah, I'm trying to really max out the credit card points game. You know, get some free travel. So
nice.
That's kind of where my head's been at. But yeah, no, haven't booked anything yet, but definitely on the radar for sure.
Oh yeah, that's what's up. Do you know about where you really want to
go? Fly into Tokyo, and then I don't know. There's a couple different routes, and I haven't really mapped it all out. But they have the like hyper trains that will take you across the country in like 2 hours. You know,
it's really cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, like when we were in Thailand, we flew all over the place, and it is really cheap and easy way to get around the country, and the flights are fairly short, but it's just like flying anywhere else where you have to get there, you know, ahead of time and check in, and then you wait and you get on, you know, there's your flight's delayed, you get on the flight. So it is like, even though it's like an hour flight, it's still like a 4-hour ordeal.
If not more. And plus like travel to the airport, travel out of the airport, like do you have to wait for someone to pick you up? Like, that can be tricky too.
And but the train, I mean, I think that you just kind of show up. I mean, maybe you have a time slot, but I think you kind of just get on the train and go. The bullet train. But
man, we need that. Why don't we have that?
I don't know. It would make so much sense on the East Coast too.
See if you could cruise up and down from like the Carolinas to like the tri-state area, and that would be so fucking cool.
It'd be pretty cool. San Diego has a pretty good train system, and there was like a series of different trains. We used to go down for Padres games. I lived in North County, San Diego, which was like, I don't know, 30-ish minutes north of Petco Park, downtown San Diego, and depending on traffic. But you could with one pass, when they installed the train system, you could take the Sprinter train, which went from like east to west, like inland. You know, it was like where we lived, it was like 6 to 10 miles, I forget exactly, from the beach. So it would take you from inland to the coast, and then you hop on the coaster, which goes north and south down the coast. And then so you take that down to San Diego, and then you hop on the trolley, and the trolley takes you like right to the stadium. And you can drink on the trains too. So at least I don't know if you still can, but you used to be able to. So we just, you know, take a 30 rack onto the train with like a group of friends. And the Padres used to suck, so the tickets were like $5 to get in. And then they had, I think they call it like dollar days or something. But your ticket was like $5, and they have like a lawn in the outfield, you go out to the lawn, and then like a hot dog was $1, popcorn was $1, Cracker Jacks were $1. Like it was all super cheap, and it was only, I forget what days they did it, but yeah, we used to go down there for the quote unquote game. We didn't really watch the game. It was more just getting hammered on the train and eating hot dogs in the outfield. But
hell yeah,
a great stadium.
It's supposed to be one of the best stadiums in Major League Baseball, if not the best. Just vibe stadium for sure.
Yep. Yeah, it's a good one.
What's your is hot dog your meal of choice at the ballpark?
Yeah, I would say so. I'd say hot dogs are, you can get down on some nachos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like a pretzel? You're a pretzel guy?
Salty I love pretzel? A pretzel, but I never get one at the stadium because one, they're always overpriced, and two, they're always the driest, stalest thing, and they're just like hanging on the little like, I don't know, the little like hanger in the in that hot box. They look better than they actually are 100% of the time.
Yeah. Dude, those mall fucking pretzels are the best things you'll ever have.
Yeah.
Annie's, or what's the other one? There's another one that's like it, but anyway, just like
Auntie Annie's and Wetzel pretzel.
Yeah, they like dip the entire thing in butter and then they hang it, or I don't know. That's what it tastes like.
Yeah.
Straight butter.
Yeah,
that's a good time. Or they give you a cheese dip on delicious. The side. Yeah.
Yeah, love me a good soft pretzel.
Yeah, for sure. That's a good time.
You know who actually surprisingly has a good soft pretzel?
Tell me.
Is Sheetz gas station.
Sheetz gas station.
Do you have Sheetz in Charlotte?
Maybe. Don't know. We have a lot of the QTs, QT marts.
So a Sheetz gas station. You walk in and they've got like a little like ordering kiosk. They have like an actual like kitchen, and it's all like quick stuff. But you can get pizza and burritos and sandwiches and hamburgers, and like a lot of it's like really shitty. Whatever. It's gas station food. I don't know what.
Yeah.
But their hot pretzel is really fucking good. It's like a legitimate soft pretzel. Yeah. Back when I worked at Pepsi, it was always like a quick, easy stop for me to go there, grab a, bathroom break, get a drink, something to eat really quick. And yeah, the soft pretzel was definitely a guilty pleasure of mine for sure.
Oh yeah. No, shout out Quick Check, dude. We used to go to, when I was like probably 16, 17 years old, there was a Quick Check by us, which is like the same kind of like what you're talking about, a gas station that has like food, and they have like sandwiches. So this is like, to me, it was like the first time I ever really saw like kiosk ordering. Now it's like kind of everywhere and you don't have to like talk to people, but I mean, we would just go get fucking blunted out of our minds and then like go to Quick Check and like not have to talk to anyone and order a fucking dope ass sandwich and then walk out the door. It was the best thing ever. Yeah, it's a good time. Really good sandwiches. Gas. They got gas.
Gas.
Other stuff probably.
Gas and sandwiches.
Those were the two things we went for. Yeah, it was awesome.
You been cooking anything?
Yeah, I've cooked a couple things. Actually, Caleb, our roommate, is moving out in a couple days. What's today's date?
Oh yeah,
end of the month. Shout out Caleb. He's been a great roommate, and we had a little just like going away dinner for him on Friday, and I made Chicken Francese. You ever have it? Dish?
Nope. I don't think I've ever heard of it.
It is a classic Italian, like, or maybe Italian American dish. If you like went to like, let's say a first communion, and they had it catered by an Italian restaurant or a pizzeria, Chicken Francese was there for sure.
Okay.
It is. It's kind of interesting. It's like thin, like chicken cutlets. So I took like chicken breasts and just like, I probably got like 3 or 4 cuts out of each like chicken breast. I didn't pound them out. I guess you could pound them out. But it's breaded, but it's kind of, it's floured and then egged and then cooked. There's no breading piece to it.
Okay.
So it goes right from the egg into the pan. And you cook that. And then you make this like beautiful like lemon sauce with it. It's like you like deglaze the pan with white wine and add some onions and garlic. It's very garlicky as well. And then chicken stock, and then it is thickened with. Is it? I'm going to screw this up. I thought it's a Beurre Monté. That might just be mounted with butter. Or this is okay. So it's like softened butter that just gets folded with flour, and it comes out like it's a softened, floury, but it's like it looks like butter, like or it's smooth like butter. It's not chunky in any way, and that's the thickening agent. So the sauce is like reducing. You like reduce the wine almost down to nothing. You reduce probably the chicken stock by half, and then you like whisk in this butter flour mixture, and that's what thickens it up and makes this. And and there's also lemon in it. I did say lemony, but there's lemon juice, lemon zest in there, and then thickened up, and it's really really good dish. Just served with like the chicken cutlets down. Oh, the chicken cutlets end up back in the sauce, and like I don't know, finish cooking, but like take on a lot of that flavor, and then just served like that basically. We ate it with rice and some bread to sop up some of that as well. It's a really good time.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, it's a good dish.
The butter folded with flour. It's Beurre Monté.
Beurre Monté.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was on the tip of my tongue because I was looking up something this morning and it suggested a Beurre Monté. So
nice.
Yeah,
no, I can't. I like don't know that I ever did that.
I didn't. I just made I just made a roux instead and rolled with it that way. So.
It's kind of cool because it does just like you're mounting a sauce with butter, but it doesn't like when you're like mounting a sauce with butter. And for those who don't know, it's just like you're like finishing a sauce. Maybe you have some reduced veal stock, some demi, and you're about to serve it. And you might just put like a tablespoon of butter in there, and it does like homogenize with the sauce, and it just gives it this gloss, but also this flavor. And a lot of sauces go out of the kitchen, out of the restaurant kitchen, mounted with butter. And this is kind of, it's not really similar to that because you can break if you just mounted something with butter and you like aren't paying attention, it's too hot, or you're like really that's like really quick. You like pulled it off the burner and you're like whisking some butter in before it like goes directly on the plate. But if for whatever reason you did it too early or whatever, like you can break that sauce. This won't break because it has all that flour in it to thicken the sauce anyway. So really cool. Monté. It's French.
Really good.
That's French? Yeah.
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 Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
I made some pork tonkatsu.
Ooh.
I was pretty excited about that.
Nice. What'd you get? What kind of cut did you get?
I did a pork shoulder or pork butt. And then sliced it probably, I don't know, half-inch thick. And then I bought a mallet just for this, a tenderizing mallet, and I pounded it out. And then, standard flour, egg wash, panko, and then just deep fried it. Had it with some rice and shredded cabbage, and then the tonkatsu sauce, which I wasn't really familiar with. I thought it was going to be sweeter, more like soy forward, but it's way more similar to like Worcestershire or it's like Worcestershire and ketchup and a few other things. Yeah. And then I don't know if it's as traditional, but I put some Kewpie mayo on there, and dude, Kewpie mayo it's so good.
Is that the only mayo you have, or do you have both?
No, I have regular mayo at home. I am at home. I have regular mayo here, but man, I don't know. There's something about Kewpie mayo. It's like extra creamy. It's like kind of slightly sweet. Like I don't know. It's so good.
I think like
But
for Asian households, they just have that.
I would
Right.
imagine so. Yeah.
Yeah. What is QP?
Mayonnaise. I don't know.
Yeah. Is that the brand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
KEWPIE.
QP.
And it's funny when you buy it, the bottle comes in like a clear plastic bag. You open up the plastic bag, and then the bottle itself is like it's super floppy. It's a plastic bottle, but it's so squishy and like floppy that you can fully squeeze it closed. Like
When it's sealed. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Weird.
yeah. It's kind of funny. I don't really know why it makes it kind of unwieldy, to be honest, but especially when it gets lower, you can. It's like a piping bag, really. Um, I don't know. It's kind of interesting, but
That's cool. So the dish was good. I did do this other. I think there's another dish that sounds similar to it. I'm gonna look it up right now. Is it so you made tonkatsu?
yeah,
I think isn't katsu a different
katsu.
dish?
It is.
Which is there's one dish that like it's like with eggs, like and it like you finish it like in the sauce with eggs.
Oh, I don't know that one. Yeah, I don't know. Now I'm looking up chicken katsu. Huh. It says it can also be used to make tonkatsu, but you maybe if you use pork, it's tonkatsu, and chicken is katsu.
Gotcha.
Tonkatsu might mean pork. Yeah, it means pork. It translates to pork cutlet. So, yeah, I'm guessing katsu just means cutlet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, ton means pork. So yeah, chicken katsu is the same thing, just with chicken.
I'll find this. I'll like slap it in the description. Because I did make this recipe that I thought was named tonkatsu, and it was like finished in the sauce with egg. But it was a breaded cutlet. But it
Mm-hmm.
didn't have the katsu sauce like you're describing. It was just this other kind of dish, and I will find out. I'll throw a YouTube link in there because I think that's where I found it.
There's another one that I've seen, and they pour over like it's like a curry that goes over the top of it.
Ooh,
So
okay.
I don't know, there's lots of different variations, I'm sure, but yeah, they're all delicious, and I'm here to try them all.
You ever do the golden curry?
Yeah,
You've done that before? My
it's
dad
really
used to do
good.
it all the time. My dad, he's worked in an office building, and he was just pretty close to this sushi restaurant that was on a house down the road. They used to go often for lunch,
Mm-hmm.
and he wound up becoming pretty good friends with the sushi chef there. He got my dad on a bunch of stuff,
Cool.
and that was one of them. My dad would make this like beef curry with the
Yeah.
golden curry. It comes in like a little like rectangular shaped box, tiny, and there's like little like squares of curry that you like kind of crack off. It's almost like a bar of chocolate,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's what we make the curry with. It's pretty cool. I've very little experience messing with that.
I just made some. I don't know, probably within the last month. Cold weather rolled around.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you just make a beef stew, and then you throw that in at the end, and it thickens it up nice. But I the last several times that I made it, um, I was like, man, I'm having the hardest time with this because it thickens up so fast, and then I'm like trying to cook the beef so that it becomes tender. You know, you're cooking like a chuck roast or something, so it's going to take a while for it to become tender. But it just kept sticking to the bottom and scorching. I was like, man, I'm having the damnedest time. Well, I actually took the time to read the instructions this last time, and it says like, cook the beef and everything for an hour or whatever, and then at the last 5 minutes, then you add the
Just fold it in.
add the curry.
Gotcha.
I was just adding it all in at the very beginning. I just didn't take the time to read the instructions, or maybe I
Gotcha.
misremembered how I was supposed to do it after the first couple times I made it. But
Plus, you never know with those like Japanese instructions. You're like, sometimes I read some of it's not just like everything I found at the Asian market. If it has any English on it at all, I'm like, I don't know that I trust this English.
I mean, it's so poorly translated sometimes that it doesn't. Man, I wish I could remember. There was one that I had. I think it's a soba. I added a soba noodle salad at work, and I think it's the instructions on that one. But it has some kind of like funky wordage where it's like cook to point of completion of soft noodle or something. It says something kind of funny like that. I was like, I don't know what the fuck.
That's funny. That's so funny.
Google Translate is not always accurate.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
You got some exciting stuff going on at work. What's going on?
Oh yeah, I went and checked out the kitchen again yesterday. Still a construction site. Some days you show up there and like they're like you don't have to wear PPE, and sometimes you show up and you got to put on steel toe boots and a hard hat and glasses and cut gloves and a safety vest and everything. So yesterday we were back to wearing everything. But they did all the tile work on the pizza oven. Looks really cool. It's like this like dark like emerald green tile, like real small tiles all over it. Looks beautiful. And then one of the cooks that we're trying to steal from another restaurant, he's working with us right now, like in the mornings part time. We're trying to poach him for this new spot full time. And so he came with us. He got to check it out. He was excited about it. But man, we were just like walking around the space, just trying to get an idea of like, because now we're starting to think about like all the ordering for like small wares, all the hotel pans and sheet trays and tongs and everything. It's
so much stuff. Lexans
so much.
And
yeah,
obviously 6 pans and. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, so we brought some like hotel pans, 6 pans, 9 pans, everything with us, and kind of laid them out in like the steam wells and stuff. I think I was telling you before, in the front there's like these steam wells that they're built into the countertop, and they're pretty cool because there are some that are just go cold, but then there's some that you can set them at like hot, cold, or frozen. So in theory, you could have like pulled pork, chicken Caesar salad, and ice cream all in the same line, and they would all just be holding next to each other. Now
cool.
you would never actually do all those together, but you could, which is it's really cool. So we were just trying to get a count for like everything that we need, and we're like, I think we need like 100 of each, like 100 half pans, 100 hotel pans, 100 sheet trays, 100 half sheets.
Doesn't sound unrealistic.
No.
Sheet pans almost sounds like a lot, but I don't know. I mean, the 6 pans you'll run through, like mixing bowls, like stainless steel bowls of all the sizes you're going to need. But I guess you wouldn't need like a ton of each one. You just need the entire variety of them, and we'll need some doubles.
The entire variety, and then like the like smaller like single salad size ones, you'll probably need like 25 of those.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
The big hotel pan. I mean the plastic like 6-inch deep ones. I mean, you guys are going to be doing big volume. Do they make a deeper one than that? Six may be the deepest, or
they do actually. They sell. There are like a bunch of very weird sizes where you can like. I don't know. I was on Webstaurant last night, and I was like looking at all the crazy ones. There's like 9-inch deep 9 pans. Like I don't even know how you would get your hand down in that thing. So I think 9-inch, or maybe it was 8. Maybe it was 8-inch. Maybe I think it was 8-inch because what their standard 6. So yeah, 8.
No way I could touch the bottom on
that. Not me. So yeah, we were just like looking at, getting all those things ordered. Not placing an order yet, but just getting an idea of everything that we're going to need. Yeah, man, it's a lot. It's also fun, like this is an opportunity. Like every kitchen that you've ever worked in, all the equipment is like mismatched. Some hotel pans fit together. Some of them don't quite fit together. They sit too high. Nothing is like quite stacking correctly. Some of them you get the wrong combination. You can't pull them apart because they don't fit together very well. So it's kind of a cool opportunity to get like all new stuff, but then B, just get all matching stuff and set up the kitchen the way that we want to. So yeah, it's exciting stuff. I'm looking forward to getting in there and getting started on it.
Yeah. I mean, this is some of the most exciting part of it is like the design part and stuff. Have you gotten into, are we still thinking like April? Is that?
Yeah, April 1st is, as far as I know, that's still when it's happening. So
yeah. So are you like in the weeds with menu design as well right now?
We have done a decent amount of menu design, but there's still a lot of questions on like how the customer will receive their food, where certain things are coming off the station. So we're gonna have like an outline, but as far as like actual development of the menu, we haven't like put anything together. We have a couple of like meetings scheduled with like our purveyors. We're gonna go to their test kitchens, try out some different products. We might also, this is kind of cool, we might go to Myrtle Beach in March. There's like a big food show.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, we might be able to go down there. They're going to set us up with a hotel room, and should be fun if we can make it happen. And then next week we're actually going to go to the Duke University campus. We're going to go into check out one of their kitchens, and
that's neat.
Just kind of see how they operate on a large scale. So,
did your owner link up with the chef over there or something, or how did that all come to be?
Actually, our one of our food reps, he, I think, put it in motion. So
that's really cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that'll be some good learning experience. Get to ask the chef there some questions about how they manage a staff, and I don't know, just an operation of that size. So yeah, it should be fun.
That's cool. You Cisco?
Well, that one is U.S. Foods. No, we don't use Cisco. We use U.S. Foods, a local one called Cheney Brothers. We use quite a few actually. Trying to narrow some of them down actually, but that's
Yeah, I mean, you're always going to have a few. You also like want to have good relationships with these people so that like you can, if you can't get something from one of them, that you can get a backup from the other one. I think I learned that like along the way. It was just like, yeah, we're kind of dragging this purveyor along a little bit. Let's make sure we order enough from them that they will continue to support us, because there will be a time when we're gonna need them. So let's, I mean, we were spending a lot of money, but like, let's spend $1,000 every couple weeks, and let's make sure that like we maintain this relationship, and we're still getting some of our products we get for primarily, just so that like, yeah, you maintain this relationship. You can't count on, I mean, theoretically, you can count on US Foods for everything. They have everything. One, they're not going to have the best quality of everything, right? You're going to want to get like, maybe your chicken comes from one place, and maybe, I mean, not to say that they don't. I'm just saying like, you're going to find certain products that you like buying from certain purveyors. Yeah, but I mean, but a lot of them will sell you anything that you want.
Yeah. And we definitely have, some of our purveyors we use specifically for our proteins. We have another one for seafood. We don't do a ton of seafood, but we do have shrimp on the menu. Really nice, locally caught North Carolina shrimp.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really good actually. With shrimp tacos.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like cut them in half, or are they chopped, or are they whole shrimps on the taco, or what's the?
Yeah, whole shrimps. They It just has corn tortilla, or no, sorry, it's actually a flour tortilla. Flour tortilla with slaw. It's got like a cilantro lime slaw dressing. The shrimp are top. They're like actually they're tossed in like a blackened seasoning. It's really nice. And then it gets a chipotle crema on top and some cilantro and a little bit of salsa on the side.
Nice.
Yeah, they're nice. They're easy pickup. We had prior to us switching to this taco, the person that set up the menu originally had it as a shrimp wrap, and it was just like in like a gem lettuce leaf, and then it had the cabbage with like a different kind of dressing, and then the shrimp on top, and then some like cut. What was it? Oh, diced like a pineapple. I think originally it was mango. But it was just like, it was like a lettuce leaf with a bunch of cabbage in it, and then it was like kind of shrimp on top, and then you can get like chips or a salad. So, and if you got the salad, then you had this like arugula salad. So it was like gem lettuce, shredded cabbage, arugula, and then like some little shrimp on top. It was like, this is not a dish. And then but we offered it like you could sub a tortilla if you want. I was like, this should definitely just be a shrimp taco, and if they want to put in a lettuce wrap, do that.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't default to the lettuce wrap.
Yeah, for sure. Not most people want that. Well, I mean,
no.
Dude, I mean, if you get me on some Korean barbecue and you have some lettuce wraps and I'm cooking the meat and it's like this interactive thing and there's a pile of like gem lettuce on the side or whatever, that's a really good time. Other than that, I mean, I don't really want to get. Yeah,
I'll go to P.F. Chang's and get the chicken lettuce wraps. You know, I don't want a lettuce wrap taco. Give me a regular taco.
Yeah,
I'm not on a diet.
Yeah.
That's one thing to like offer, you know, gluten-free options or, you know, whatever, but don't make that the default.
Yeah. Unless that's like your restaurant's concept.
Yeah.
Which can be, I get that. But like to support that, you even have to be in like a larger city to be able to like really have like a full on like vegan restaurant and have it be successful because everyone that goes there is vegan. Like most of the time in most suburbs or small cities, the default is going to be, I want a tortilla. And like, it's not even really unhealthy to have a tortilla. There's nothing wrong with a tortilla.
Tortilla.
It's a tortilla. We love tortillas. We're obsessed.
Fuck yeah.
You mentioned your soba salad earlier. How's that performing?
It's slowed down since it's been cold.
That's true.
Today was a beautiful day. We got slammed packed busy today. It was actually really funny because my owner, he's got a million different things going on at all times. So he was sitting at the bar and he was like on his laptop and he's got earbuds in and he's like writing checks, you know, paying purveyors and stuff. And so he was just super like socked into that, doing that. And we had a catering going on. I was like sending out everything for the catering. One of the other cooks, Dylan, he's like running everything to the other building because the catering was just next door. So he's running everything over to the next door. And I got this other cook on the line and I'm like, you know, getting these last couple things out. And I look up and Hector's on the line by himself and he's got like 6 tickets hanging on one board on the we have there's like 3 kind of like 2.5 lines or 3 lines. It's, you know, but there's like 3 ticket boards, but he's got like 6 hanging on one. He's got 3 on the other. And then there's like 4 tickets on the salad line. And I was like, oh shit, like Hector's in the weeds. I was like, hang tight, buddy. I'm coming. I was like trying to get the rest of the catering stuff out. So we get on and it was like the busiest rush since I've been there that I've seen of that place. And, you know, throwing up food in the window, hands please, you know, one after another. And my owner's just like sitting at the bar has completely oblivious to what's going on around him. Like he's working, don't get me wrong. But just as we're like about to clear the last couple tickets, he gets up and comes into the kitchen, and we're like, he's like, damn, I got crazy here. He's like, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people in here, but nobody's ordering food. We were like, what are you talking about, dude? It's like, we just got slammed. And then tickets just kept rolling in after one after another after that. And he was like, oh, I guess we are kind of busy. He was like, yeah, dude, that was the busiest I've ever seen this restaurant. Like, we did like $500 in sales in like 20 minutes. And when you're selling, $10, $12 sandwiches, like,
sure.
like that's quite a bit of food. But yeah, it was kind of funny that he was just so unaware of what was happening like all around him.
That's so funny.
Yeah. But I was telling you earlier, I kind of like hinted at it. For the new kitchen, we got a request for a pretty ridiculous catering. It's for 2,500 people.
Ooh. That's crazy. What is it? What's the event?
I think it's like a family day. So it'll be like
family for all the employees at the
family day. I don't think it's going to be like super extensive outside of like pastries, cut fruit, things like that. But for 2,500 people. And so
it's a lot of people.
I was like, I don't even know how the biggest event I've ever done is like maybe 500.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, 4 or 5.
And that's a lot.
That would be like a lot for.
And so let me just pull this up really quick. I asked ChatGPT for some ordering help. Because I was like, how much fruit would I need for something like that? And so the initial calculation, I was like asking for like a fruit salad, right? And so I was like, it's going to be watermelon, cantaloupe, strawberries, grapes. And then, so the initial calculation, it was it scared the shit out of me, but it was suggesting like a full portion of watermelon, a full portion of cantaloupe, right? But it says 250 watermelons, 167 cantaloupes, 167 honeydews, 667 pints of strawberries, and 250 bunches of grapes. I was like, holy shit. I did ChatGPT is a great tool. Sometimes you have to refine what you're asking from it.
Oh yeah.
But still, so I think I got an actual number for how much fruit we'll need for this. It's still 52 watermelons, 63 cantaloupe and honeydew, so 63 of each, 94 pounds of grapes, and 42 pounds of strawberries. Dude, that is so much fruit to cut through.
Yeah. I mean, you spent hours doing that, right? One person.
Probably need a team.
When is it?
It's not until May, so we have some time to prepare, which is good, because I'm probably gonna have to.
I mean, but you don't. So there's a window of when you can just start it, and you probably only got 3 days up until it when you can like really start prepping stuff.
Right. Yeah, and I was like, I don't even know how you order 52 watermelons. I guess it's probably just going to come in those like big like cardboard things like you see at the like when you go into like a Costco. A supermarket, and they just have like that big like cardboard display. It's probably going to come in on pallets like that. Like 52 watermelons. That's you're going to be sore.
Yeah. You have the new coolers and stuff. So this is all the kitchen will be fully built out by then.
It needs to be. If it's not, then we can't do it. But
right.
It absolutely should be. It should be open. Hopefully by that point it'll be almost 2 months, and the event is going to be on I think it's on a Saturday, so the restaurant won't be open because it's only Monday through Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a special event on the weekend. So
you need some help?
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now. For the day on a Saturday?
Yeah.
I could do
You
that.
want to come down? Yeah, I would absolutely recruit you for that. It'd be a lot of fun.
Hell yeah, that would be super fun.
Dude,
We'll vlog it.
Yeah, you'll have to come down probably Friday night. Maybe we'll camp out there. Just be cutting watermelons all night long.
Hell yeah, I'm in for sure.
How fast do you think you can cut one watermelon?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. I think that's probably reasonable.
I mean, you get into a groove, right? You top it, you bottom it, you just peel it, right? And then you just seedless, doesn't matter, right? I mean, so then you're just gonna go around the and just take the rind off of it. I mean, the dice only takes. I mean, that might be a long time. You might be able to do it quicker than that. Even so, if it was 2 minutes of watermelon and you had to do 60 of them, that's 2 hours of work.
And I think keeping up that pace too, 3 minute per watermelon, or 2 minutes, whatever, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's pretty tough.
That's fast. I mean,
also,
you peel them all first and then you start dicing them and, maybe.
The other thing I was thinking is, how heavy trash bags get when you start filling them up with watermelon rinds?
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah. That's
cantaloupes. Cantaloupes are harder because you got to take the seeds out.
Yeah, you're right.
Watermelon's almost the easiest.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Although I don't know, grapes, got to pull them all off of their vine.
Yeah.
Strawberries.
Unless you do it here's a pile of watermelon on a platter, and here's a pile of pineapple, and here's a bunch of grapes that are on the thing. You can sometimes you can get away with that. That's kind of more of a cheese board type thing, but you could maybe get away with it if you'd still have to clip them into reasonable size, maybe 7 grapes per maybe some kitchen shears, and just kind of.
Yeah, that's not a terrible idea. Keeping them in bunches. Yeah, I don't know. I was when we got that email, I was like, for 3 hours. It was just that meme or it's actually the scene from The Hangover when what's his face, Zach Galifianakis' character, when Alan. Is it Alan?
Yeah, it's Alan.
When he's counting cards and there's all the equations running through his brain. that was Dylan and I at work for 3 hours after we received that email. It's 2,500 people. And
so for for any reasonable catering job, 100 people, you're gonna expect to have 10% to 15% more food than what is required, because especially at a banquet or at a buffet, the things need to stay filled. So even if everyone's mostly done, you can't really leave one piece of chicken out on the tray. You have to have at least a half pan full of food left on each tray for it to be to be a professional kind of operation. Mm-hmm. So for 2,500, I mean, it sounds like if you did it right, you're going to have a lot of food left over.
It's a lot, dude.
Yeah, if you have 10% more than that, I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard. I feel like that would just make me so incredibly nervous to I don't know if I have enough food or way too much food.
Right, yeah. That's why I was I don't know, maybe ChatGPT can help me, because I don't know how to do this kind of a calculation.
I would ask your rep. I bet your rep might know better. I would be weary about trusting ChatGPT.
Oh, I'm not. But I'm going to get multiple insights on this for sure.
I bet your rep would know pretty well, maybe.
Yeah, they probably have a formula or some kind of a calculation that you can use.
There might be one on the website, on US Foods website.
Yeah, that you might be right about that.
I mean, or at least get you in the realm or the ballpark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice, cool.
Nutty.
Shall we?
Let's do it.
What are you, idiot?
You stupid idiot!
I'm an idiot sandwich.
You're an idiot.
Of all the idiots,
You stand alone.
It's the idiot sandwich. Oh yeah.
Let's go.
I have an old one from myself that I will be presenting to myself. We were just this is back when I was working at Azul, and to Tahoe, like if you're just like there's so much up and downs of the busy season and the shoulder seasons, and I think I was working my way up to being a kitchen manager, and I was not. This isn't an ordering idiot sandwich, but it's a prep idiot sandwich. We were very organized as far as like if you know what time of year it is, we have like booklets from like past years of like how those days performed, what was the weather on those days, and like after Labor Day things change a lot. And anyway, I was kind of like still a little bit getting my feet wet, and I like super overestimated how much of this sauce that we needed. We would make like big like 22 quart containers full of Suiza. It's like a green sauce with sour cream, really good. And we were like going into fall, and it's probably like mid September, I'm gonna guesstimate. And I like read the prep sheet wrong, or I didn't understand it properly, and we would call these like, we would do a single or a double, and like a single would be like like a 22 quart, and a double would be like 22 quarts, and that would like, I mean, that gets you a lot. Like
It's a lot.
We would do it. I mean, it was on a lot of dishes, or it could be, right? It was like, it could be in a fajita dish or an enchilada dish on the side for the fajita, or it could be like, um, on a burrito. It could be on a lot of dishes, but anyway, like that was a lot. And we'd only really keep like a 6-pan of the thing hot. And I wound up making a double when we like super didn't need a double. And we probably could have got away with like a half batch, honestly. And I wound up having to like, we didn't have like a cryovac or anything, but like had to take this like 22 quart and like put them into like gallon, like freezer bags, and like run them downstairs to the freezer. And we just for like, I feel like a month, we just were like pulling these bags out of the freezer. It's not the funniest of idiot sandwich, but
it's pretty funny.
It's an idiot sandwich for sure. I definitely made way too much food. And if we didn't wind up freezing all that stuff, we would have throw a bunch of stuff away. So idiot sandwich goes to me. So congratulations.
I like that one. That one's fun. Yeah, no matter how, I know you mentioned 22 quart, but no matter how long I've been in this industry and how much prep I've done, I can never estimate or guesstimate how big of a container or how small of a container I need to put whatever. You got a bowl of, some kind of a dip you made. You're like, I think this will fit in that 8-quart bucket. And then you fill it up and you're like, I got like 2.5 quarts in this. I don't know what I was thinking.
Sometimes you can, after like with some experience of being working the same menu in the same restaurant, you can like be like, all right, well, like I know that this bowl provides this much a little bit, and you can start associating different like cooking apparatus with like how much the thing will fill up a little bit. But you're right. I mean, I've done that a million. You're like, oh, I'm sure this is way too much for this little container, and then you put an inch on the bottom of a giant container, and it just sucks.
You end up dirtying 3 different containers before you find the right one. And it's funny that you said that like the size of the bowl, because last night I said I was looking at ordering mixing bowls and everything else. It's like 30-quart mixing bowl. I was like, it sounds like a big fucking mixing bowl to me. I was like, I'll check what my mixing bowls at work are. Not a single mixing bowl in there has any kind of measurement on them, like on the bottom of the bowl at all. They're all just blank. Yeah. It's like I'm in the same, unless I just sit there with quarts of water and see how many it takes to fill up each one. I'm like, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Frustrating. My idiot sandwich, and I don't know, I may have mentioned this on the pod already, but the problem has still not been rectified. So idiot sandwich goes to these guys. Checking out the new kitchen. we have these nice, beautiful combi ovens. There's 4 of them. They're stacked side by side. There's, one on top of the other. So 2 high, 2 low. Well, whoever installed the hood didn't measure, and the doors of the combi ovens can't open because they hit the hood. So idiot sandwiches to the engineers. You guys are supposed to be smart, and you didn't measure. So now you got to figure out how to deal with that. So idiot sandwich to you guys. I really hope you can get it fixed before we have to open, because right now my ovens are unusable. So
Can't open at all.
No, they open like 3 inches and then hit the top. So right now they're like $50,000 worth of paperweights. So,
nice.
Idiot sandwich to you guys.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I appreciate you.
I'll appreciate them a lot more when they get them fixed.
Me too, for the record.
And now,
ding, 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 ding.
It's the Whip Cream Salmon School for cooks that don't cook good.
Woo.
How do you do it? Let me hit you with some knowledge.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
Let's go.
Love that. I got a rack.
Okay.
I talked to you about it. I don't know that I ever talked about it on the pod, but I've been rocking this butter crock for a little bit, and I want to talk about it. I think it's pretty cool.
I want one.
So, we've always been a household that had butter out on the counter, and that's pretty nice. You have soft butter, but there's a little food safety stuff there. I never really had any problems with it, but it's definitely aware that I don't know, it's definitely a gray area for food safety at the house. Get away with it. You wouldn't do that in a kitchen. Well, you wouldn't. You might leave it out for a couple hours during service, but then you'd put it back in the fridge overnight or whatever. The butter crock is a container. It's kind of like a ceramic, maybe 4-inch tall, maybe 3-inch in diameter, little ceramic container. And it has another ceramic piece that goes into the bottom piece upside down. And so you put your butter into this other piece with the handle on it. It's hard. It's coming out awful. I feel like it's gonna be hard to explain, but
it's kind of like a bell.
Yeah, it's like you're right. It's like a bell. And so the butter you put into this container, you flip it upside down, and you put it into the ceramic apparatus, and you have a little water in there. So when you put the bell into the container, there's a seal made with the water that's at the bottom, and get all the nice food safety stuff. No bacteria is going to crawl in there, and you also have soft butter to spread on your toast. So, big fan of the butter crock. I think it's pretty cool.
Like that.
After I've had it I got it around Christmas and been liking it.
Yeah, I'd been on my shopping list. That was intrigued by them when I found out about them.
Yeah.
Something I think it's been around for a million years. Super
Never
cool.
seen one. I've never seen one.
No,
I've never been over someone's house and saw a butter crock in their kitchen. Might be is it British?
It's French.
French? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fancy. They fancy over there.
They probably have in every household there.
Yeah.
Yeah, great tip. My tip has to do with cooking with garlic.
Ooh.
And more specifically, when you add your garlic and the amount of garlic flavor that you're going to get from your dish, and what kind of garlic flavor that you're going to get from your dish has to do with when you add your garlic. If you add it early on, you'll get a much lighter, more delicate garlic flavor. And if you add it late, you'll get a much more bold, pungent garlic flavor. So if you're doing something like a shrimp scampi, throw it in with your melted butter in the beginning, kind of cook it into it. You get a lot of garlic flavor, but it'll be more, I don't know, a well-rounded, more of a roasty kind of garlic flavor. If you're doing something like a kung pao chicken, you throw it in the wok right at the end, and you're gonna get a much more punchy and bold and sharper, spicier
Yeah.
garlic flavor.
Nice.
So that's my tip.
Cool. I love it. Yeah, that's useful for sure. And it'll be like that more like raw, like garlic flavor, which is useful, right? Like,
Yeah.
Garlic fries, right? Raw garlic right on the fries. And it's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Great tip. Nice. Good job.
Thank you kindly.
Thanks for joining us, y'all. Appreciate you. And we want you to come again. We want everyone to come. All the time.
Yeah. And stay creamy.
Yeah, stay creamy. Like, subscribe, follow us on socials. We love you, and we'll see you again next week.
Bye.
Cheers. Peace.